Rev up those fryers. Cause I sure am hungry for some. Hello. Ha 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 ha. People are here this time. Nice. Lukey and Onion Breath have made it. You guys are the early birds. So you will get the early worm. Hi guys. How's the audio? I've been messing with it a little bit, so. Is it good? Is the audio fine? You got them notifications on. Stefan made it as well. Hello, hello. Right, let me check OBS for the volume. Game audio looks like it could be a little bit louder. Yeah, nice. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm here doing some lab work for my other project. I guess I can pause the music and show you guys what I've done so far. But I'm essentially doing a layout, which means getting the posing down for the characters and the timing. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Getting posing down and stuff, so like laying down.
All
like,
day.
Body poses. So, yeah. Club Step Monsters? Shut up. They aren't my designs. But, yeah, I can see that. Okay, here we go. This is what I have so far.
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
No, I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
This guy's voiced by me. The, who says comic books aren't real books? That's me.
But overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
But who says comic books aren't real books? So, I guess let me do an introduction. This is Dr. Deer. He loves coffee and he's a mad scientist. And he's always dealing with everyone else's shit. This is George. He's our lovable doofus. He likes colorful pictures and always likes to be included, even if he doesn't know what he's being included in. And then these guys, this is Bach, and this is Cobb, and they are both immortal mischief makers. The audio is glitching. It's because I was scrubbing through the timeline.
No, I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but
Yeah. So like I can scroll through this and get like timing down for that. The voice acting for George is great. Yeah, that's our in the program. He's not doing anything but the voice of George. But he did a good job for it. It fits. And then the guy who voices Dr. Deer is the guy who actually created all these characters. Oh, this is Mr. Worm. I know he looks like a 2, but don't mind that. Yeah, that's Mr. Worm. No further questions. So, layout is doing things like this, where it's just
Mad
like
scientist propaganda.
I'm gonna turn the audio down. So it's like finding out movement for things, posing for the characters, and then I'll have to go back in and color them all, so hopefully we can get all that done. Your worm's voice acting is the best. What's funny is that like the guy who created all these characters is voicing like the head of the group, but then his dad is going to be voicing Mr. Worm, which is going to be really fun.
We couldn't.
We couldn't help but overhear.
That's not me. That's someone else that we had to reach out to. We auditioned a couple of voices for this as well. It wasn't just like our team of people, as you can see, because George has a different voice.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
Who says comic books aren't real books?
Here.
But who says comic books aren't real books? Real books.
And then I gotta move the audio down.
That's ridiculous.
This part right here is funny. I'm excited to get to there. So the whole thing is around 1,000 frames, and I have just about 400 done. Most of this was done yesterday. I actually did like 5 minutes of work before realizing I could make this into a stream. That's not what I wanted. Okay, George. What do I want you to do, buddy?
We could.
Yeah, okay. So, no, I didn't want to get Worm in there as well. Crap. There's no point to that. Oh, I should probably turn the music back on. There we go. Sorry. You don't know what the story is? So, this is like one of the first things that happens in it. So it starts off with George watching TV, and then Dr. Deer has the TV remote, and turns it off, and George is like, "Oh, why'd you do that?"
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know what? I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
Yeah. So this happens after this, or after that, the TV watching. And then through antics of their own, they end up going into multiple different styles of like reading, and just like we get to toy around with like references to other styles. So like there's a style that's based off of Far Side. There's one based off of the Bob Kane superheroes V for Vendetta. So we get to draw these guys in a bunch of different art styles later on. We actually already have the other styles done. We have like the first part and the last part to do because we needed the voice acting to be able to work on them, and we just got those done. So now we can do these scenes.
Couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
I'm actually gonna change the drawing for this. That way it's easier
Real
to
books.
tell. Yeah.
Here.
George, I'm sorry, buddy, but you need to freak out. Doremi is 100 subs away from 1,000,000. Wasn't there like controversy with him a couple years ago? Or am I remembering that wrong? I feel like there was something shady going on with him. So then this will be stretched and squashed.
Couldn't help but we couldn't help but
So now, when I said that the comic book was disappearing, I actually kind of meant it. In George's freakout, the comic book will now zoom off screen. I know it looks really cluttered. I'm gonna fill in everything with white, so like all the characters are gonna have white filled in. So it'll be really clear what happens later once everything's filled in. Right now I'm just kind of dealing with it. Because ink and paint is a arduous task, to say the least.
couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like
ridiculous!
the pictures.
That's where that happens.
Sounds like someone needs.
Okay. Yeah.
We couldn't help.
I feel like I remember that being a thing.
Couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books? Books.
Okay. Yeah. So then... Nope, I also want these guys, but not the arm.
They just
Aren't real books.
A little bit quicker, maybe. And the comic book will come back. Right here. Comics. And yes, it needs to be written that way. At least that's how I'm writing it. I never got confirmation on how the comic book is gonna look, but then again, it's not that important right now because it is just layout. I just. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's great. Okay.
Here.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
It's a little too late.
Comic books aren't real books.
Mr. Worm is gonna
Substance to them.
till here.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
He hit 1 mil. Good for him.
They just don't.
He's gotta look like really defeated right here. Just like. God damn it.
They just don't.
Man, do you think there was ever gonna be a time where I hit 1 million? I doubt it. The slow I am with shit. Unless I get like
Books.
a team.
Real books.
They just don't have any.
Go back.
I'll take this drawing. Also gonna save right now. I'll just take the drawing from the previous frame. It's okay. Copy, paste. In animation, you're actually encouraged to copy paste, which is kind of fun. Actually, no. Right about here. And then his hand will go here.
Don't have any they just don't have any substance to
Alright, now I gotta make it look like he's like holding a dead fish is the best way I could describe it. That's how I described it yesterday in both my partners for the project. We're like, yeah, that's what it's gotta be like. But now I have to draw it. Sure, that's his hand. Nope.
see. Don't have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
Substance to them.
That's
To them.
That's me, okay. I'm excited for these guys. I like animating them. I guess it makes sense because it's easier. I don't have to draw a whole new drawing for the
They
rest.
just don't have any substance.
They just don't have any substance to them. His head isn't a teardrop shape. Oh, I see you. Why are you doing that? Actually, no, just close them off.
Aren't real books.
Needs to be a small camera move here, I think. Couple more.
Books aren't real books. Books aren't real books.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That hand looks so bad now. Oh, the thumb's on the wrong side. L. Comics.
Substance to them.
That's books.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
Any substance.
Do you need to draw George?
Books aren't real books.
should have the light box on.
I like the pictures.
Also, yes, we are aware that he actually says the same line twice, but we thought that the other take was so funny that we had to incorporate it in somewhere. It's honestly one of the, like, really fun parts about animation is you can have a really set-in-stone way to do things, but then random nuggets of gold just pop up by complete accident, and you're like, oh, we gotta use that now. We gotta find a place to do that. It's fun. It's really fun.
Over here.
But who says
We couldn't help but over here.
But who says comic books aren't
Here.
I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but over here.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
Is there a face I could reuse? Oh no, I'm messing with the base drawing. Shit. Yeah, there we go. I love the way he looks here. Little George. Little dude. This project is honestly kind of a cool challenge because normally I don't do like full character bodies. You know? I don't do characters with like fingers. So his knees.
I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but over here.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Chat, where'd you go? You leave me all by myself. There's nobody.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
Bum 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 bum. Jarvis! Puppy, why are you laying next to your bed but not in it? Oh, things are in it. Okay, let me move those for you. There you go, pups. There you go, pups. Good boy.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like
ridiculous.
the pictures.
That's ridiculous.
Substance to them.
Cobb has got square hands, and then Bach has circle hands.
Ridiculous.
The pictures.
That's ridiculous.
Shit.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
To them.
That's
I like the
ridiculous.
pictures.
They don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like the
ridiculous.
pictures.
I like the pictures. Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson about storytelling. Oh God, we're in this scary area.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like the
ridiculous.
pictures.
They just don't have any substance.
That's
Pictures.
ridiculous.
Pictures.
What?
To them.
That's ridiculous.
to them.
That's
What?
ridiculous!
The
That's
What?
ridiculous!
The
That's
What?
ridiculous!
The pictures.
Sounds like someone needs to learn.
They just don't have any substance to them. They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
What?
ridiculous!
The pictures.
To them.
Ridiculous!
The pictures.
I love this part. The audio is so good.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
What?
ridiculous!
The pictures.
What? We actually did toy around with the idea early on that I would voice both Bach and Cobb, but it ended up being that I would only voice one of them just so that they had different voices to help distinguish between the two of them. Fun little fact about that.
Substance to them. Any substance to them.
Fun little facts with your boy J735. I always forget this song exists, but it's so nice.
That's ridiculous! That's ridiculous!
The pictures.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous!
Let's try. Found out that these buttons are pretty nice. By the way, never used them before. Just realized I probably didn't make it a new drawing. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're good.
To them.
That's
What?
ridiculous!
The pictures.
So in this like gap right here, there's one of the other team members is focusing on a close-up shot of Mr. Worm, because we need to establish that he has a voice. So he's gonna contribute to the conversation, but it's not in here. It's gonna take place like in this gap, and we're just gonna like edit it in and.
Sounds like someone.
They just don't have any substance to them. Substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
Chat, you know what I want? I want a burger. I want a nice stove-fried burger. Fried? No. What's the term? Stovetop. I want a burger. I haven't had one in a good while. I actually made him for the first time about a month ago. I would say I did a pretty good job with him.
Have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
To them.
That's ridiculous.
Have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
The pictures.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
The pictures.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
The
ridiculous.
pictures.
That's ridiculous.
The pictures.
To them.
That's ridiculous.
There might need to be a little bit of an extension here.
Any substance to them.
That's ridiculous.
Everything goes up by 3 frames.
Just don't have any substance to them.
That's
The
ridiculous.
pictures.
Yeah, that's nice.
Any substance to them.
That's
The
ridiculous.
pictures.
I think that times out really well, actually. Wow. Nice.
Ridiculous.
Stubby.
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like the
ridiculous.
pictures.
Substance to them.
That's That's
I like the
ridiculous.
pictures.
Boy, why creator goal really do be uploading every day still? Alright, I want to see what I have. I want to watch the whole thing. Aw, why'd you turn the TV off?
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know, I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like the
ridiculous.
pictures.
Let's go. I like this. This is fun. This is great. Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
It's like someone.
Yeah, I want this frame.
Sounds like. Sounds like. About storytelling!
Okay.
Sounds like.
Sounds like someone. Okay, cool. I'm gonna group those and group this.
Someone needs. Sounds like someone.
Sounds like someone.
Sounds like someone needs.
Sounds like someone.
Sounds like someone. Sounds like someone needs to learn about. Needs.
Oh, I know.
That's ridiculous.
Sorry, I have to do something for Bach now.
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Nope. Nope. This is when they close their mouths. This is how they look.
That's ridiculous.
Pictures.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson. Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
No, I think I like it the other way better. A valuable lesson.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson. A valuable
Oh.
needs to learn a valuable lesson. About like someone a valuable lesson. About stop.
Do I have the orb? We have an orb. I might need to download the orb. here. I have an orb. I do not have an orb. Okay. Let me download orb. Animation resources. TPL folder. Doom. And refresh. Orb. Okay, we're back. Apologies. Apollo cheese. Streaming for over an hour? It's pretty good.
It's a valuable lesson.
Did you take that from my
Storytelling! Lesson.
storytelling? Okay. There's orb. There it is.
That we have a valuable lesson about story. About storytelling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Storytelling. Lesson about storytelling.
Okay. I do need to go look up the other animatic that we had. Quick. Because I don't want to get anything wrong for this part.
About storytelling.
Orb.
About storytelling!
Did you take that?
Oops. Nope, no key.
To learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
Have it be in the third. Yeah, there we go. Sun shining now. Man, I love the sun, but not when it's glaring like this. Okay, let me see what I have so far.
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know, I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like
ridiculous!
the pictures.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
Did you take that from my lab?
Did you take that from my lab?
Did you take it? Did you take it from...
About storytelling!
This is actually how the orb is gonna look in the final. Like, we're actually just gonna copy paste this asset. But, looks like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
I really do like animating these guys. These guys are very fun. They also have the eyebrow thing that I like to do with characters, where they can, like, if they need to, they can actually, like, come off of their head. I like that style, trope thing, whatever. That trend.
Someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
Where is Bach in all this?
Sounds like...
Yeah, okay, nee.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson. Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
I want him to hold it higher. So something like this, yeah, I think is better.
About storytelling! About
Storytelling!
About story! About storytelling! About storytelling! About storytelling!
Did you?
Yeah. Also, I am going to just move him up along with the camera.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
And the orb. 1, 2, 3. I know the others are 2, but I want to make this really hammer in that it can actually, like, just float.
Storytelling!
Did you take that from my lab?
I want to go over to Dr. Deer.
Did you take that? Did you take that from my lab?
Did you take that from my lab? Did you take that from my lab? You sly bastard. Alright, now that it's bright, I can turn my lights off. Jarvis! Good boy. Good boy. Good puppy.
Telling.
Did you take that from my lab? Did you take that from my lab? The anomalous. Did you
Whoops, uh-oh. Excuse me.
Did you take that from my lab? Did you take that from my lab?
Excuse me. Jeez.
Did you take that from? Did you take that from my lab? The anomaly in the doors isn't stable.
Secret!
From my lab, the anomaly. Did you take that from my lab? The anomalous energy in those orbs isn't. The anomalous energy in those orbs isn't stable.
Okay. That might be all good. That might be good.
You've been sitting here all.
I'm gonna get rid of the unnecessary background stuff for right now. So it's just this. One more. There we go. The best viewing experience.
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know what? I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like
ridiculous!
the pictures.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson.
About storytelling!
Did you take that from my lab? The anomalous energy in those orbs isn't stable.
Secret!
Secret! Alright, cool. Hang on just one second. I'm gonna do something. Export movie. And today is the 10th. Export all frames. Okay. Just quickly exporting a video so I can send it to my mates. See what they have to say. Yeah, if there's anyone here in chat, what's like a good like $30 to $40 Christmas gift? Cause I need something for me. I need a gift idea. I don't know what to get. I don't know what to ask for. It stinks. How's it done? Okay, cool. Classes. Thesis. Oh shoot, I exported the wrong version. Dang it. Nope. Cancel upload. Gosh dang it. Sorry.
You've been sitting here all day.
Okay, we're gonna watch it with everything actually quick.
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know what? I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
The scientist propaganda.
You know what? I like the pictures.
I do want to have a camera move here.
I like the pictures.
We couldn't help.
The pictures. The pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
And then I can just take this and paste it right here. And then it auto eases. This is very nice. Dun, 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 dun. It's a pipe bomb! Hey Dennis. You wanna see what I've been working on? I'm doing some layout for my other project. Let me show you what I got.
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know what? I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like
ridiculous!
the pictures.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson. About storytelling!
Did you take that from my lab? The anomalous energy in those orbs isn't stable.
Secret!
That's what I got. And I think that's good, so I'm going to turn stream off just for a second so I can export this properly this time. Overwrite. There we go. You guys ain't seeing my files today. Pretty good. Thank you. I am the square-headed bro. I voice him. His name is Cobb. Oh, this is part of the film I was mentioning when you and I were chatting like a couple weeks ago, like closer maybe to a month ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It was a while ago, but where this is like the film that has like multiple different changing art styles later on. It's great. We're very excited about it. I just gotta wait for this to export, and it's fine. And then it'll be fine. But until then, who says comic books aren't real books? All done. And make sure it is unlisted. Cool. Pretty cool. Okay, and with that, that is going to be it for this stream. Dennis, I know you just got here, but this is all I wanted to get done. I did kind of want to do the ink and paint, but I'm going to do that off stream because that's just grueling. Alright, on that note, and I want to open my system preferences. No. VC later? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's watch it one more time, and then I will end the stream. Alright, let's go.
You've been sitting here all day. How about instead you engage your mind by reading a book? I meant a real book.
This is a real book.
No, that's 20 pages of anti-mad scientist propaganda.
You know, I like the pictures.
We couldn't help but overhear.
But who says comic books aren't real books?
They just don't have any substance to them.
That's
I like
ridiculous!
the pictures.
Sounds like someone needs to learn a valuable lesson. About storytelling!
Did you take that from my lab? The anomalous energy in those orbs isn't stable and-
Secret!
Alright, yeah, I'll talk to you later, bro. Thank you guys for coming by the stream. I know not a lot of people came, but, it's all good, you know? So, I'm gonna keep chipping away at this. I will hopefully be doing more work when 2.2 comes out, whenever it decides it wants to come out. Also when 2.2 comes out is when I can continue working on Stick and Dash, so get excited for that. Alright, thank you guys for a good stream. Stay awesome out there.